Reverend Canon Chris, I want to know, what has astounded you about the young people that you work with? What are some of the promises, the gifts, just the potential that you've seen in their lives?
So here's some. First is that, so in the UK, young people get a hard time. On the one hand, we utterly idolise youth. Everyone wants to look young, be young, those kind of things. Utterly idolise youth. But on the other hand, we blame young people for, I mean, it's all like, you know, what are they doing? You know, not responsible, all those kind of things. I am amazed, knowing what I know about the lives of some young people and the dysfunctionality of their family. I'm amazed by how resilient they are. I'm amazed by how some of the young people who have gone through some of the things they've gone through, who've been carers for parents without anyone ever noticing, who've like raised themselves, some of them really, in terms of parents with addictions and all sorts of things. I'm amazed at. So when people go, oh goodness, the young people, they're all going to all cry. I'm amazed more young people aren't falling off the edge of it, really. In terms of potential, in terms of what I see and what amazes me, I see, so when a young person hears the good news of Jesus and responds to that, I see a wonder of what that might mean for them. There was one girl who came away with us on a weekend away. The first time she'd come, her brothers had come and encouraged her to come. She was 14. This was the first time she'd ever heard of Jesus. And she heard about him on the Friday night. I walked around a field with her on the Saturday morning and said, what did you think? You heard about Jesus. And she said, why has no one ever told me that before? And so for her, the news that she was loved, that she was forgiven, that she was beyond her wildest dreams given a worth, that she could possibly ever have found herself, was just like, this is amazing. So I think there's something of that which is like, this is revolutionary. I think that the fact that young people know that and live that integration of their life, like being a Christian is about everything. Being a Christian is about how much homelessness there is in the town we live in, called Reading. It's about how people are treated. It's about injustice. There's a kind of, well, of course, there's a given of like, well, of course, this is about everything in life, which is astonishing. And you know, for two of our young people at the moment who are in my small group, two boys, who are like, well, it's clearly all my friends need to know this. All my friends need to, so they've got a competition about who can invite more people along at the moment. I think Josh is winning with 18 at the moment that he's been bringing along. But there's that kind of, well, everyone needs to know this. And there's a lack of holding back on that. There's a lack of, oh, I'm just a bit embarrassed. You know, don't want to be known as a Bible basher. Like just an unashamed kind of, well, this is the best news anyone could hear. Everyone needs to belong to this. And a caring for one another as well. You know, one of the things at St. Laurence is there's, you know, people from very different backgrounds across social spectrums, classes, educational opportunities, those kind of things. But there's a like, okay, we're together in this. There's a level playing field here that everyone has got a place. And that's really beautiful, seeing what that investment in this community, because for loads of these young people, it's you know, it's almost sometimes quite frightening about how much meaning it's brought to their lives. And I think, the thing that's really beautiful is that these young people, when they take God seriously, and they realise that God takes them utterly seriously and joyfully. And so lives that are like, I've prayed with some young people who in the last couple of weeks have just said, I just want to know what God wants to do with my life. And that willingness to lay things down and kind of say, okay, what is it that God's calling me to? And I'm going to pursue that with all my heart, my soul, my mind, and my strength. you know, that's beautiful, because we've yet to see what that looks like in terms of the next generation. And what that means is, it means that I'm not just having to say, okay, oh goodness, I hope we can keep what has been on the road. I hope we can kind of keep this rolling. It's like, you know, the potential for a group of people who are committed to one another, who don't care who gets the praise for it, but just want to say to God, tell us what we need to do, give us what we need to do, and we will go for it with all of our lives. We've yet to see what that looks like.